Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a while since I posted a video, and if you watched last time's video, you will know that there's a lot of big changes that happened in my life. I moved across the country. I used to live in Illinois and now I'm in Georgia. So a lot of things with the move and settling in, and a lot of home improvement, renovations and that kind of stuff. So I was really busy with that, and so because of that I didn't work out for a while. I also didn't have a squat rack or setup. I couldn't take my DIY combo rack here because it couldn't fit in the truck, but I did take my deadlift platform, the weights, the bar, and I do have a setup right now, and I'm just starting to work out, and I actually have time to sit down and film now. So now I'm gonna definitely have more content coming out, which I'm really excited for. So I didn't work out from the beginning of April all the way till this week, the beginning of June. So that's 2 months of not working out. I definitely lost a lot of my strength and some muscle mass, so I'm going to be building that back up. And also my knee, with the move and a bunch of working and walking around, my knee hasn't been the best. So my left knee, which is the knee I injured, is totally good, but my right knee, it got a little bit irritated when my left knee got hurt because I kept on using my right knee too much to take stress off of my left. But now if I stand for too long, my right knee hurts, so that's kind of a problem. So it really depends on the day whether I can squat or not. It depends on how much I stood during the day. And another reason why is because my coach just left me. If you want to listen to the full story, it's in last time's video, but he just stopped responding to my messages, stopped responding to everything while I was in meet prep to nationals and while I had an injury. So that was just really crazy, but I basically don't have a coach now. So that's why in this video I'm going to share my program with you guys, since without a coach I can share what I want to share. In the future I'm gonna get my friend to coach me, but for now, since everything is changing a lot, my schedule isn't stable, and also I don't know how fast I'm gonna improve, I'm going to first coach myself for a while. That's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to go over my program with you guys. It's basically a recovery or gaining back strength program, so it's very different from what I would usually do to elevate my squat, bench and deadlift numbers. But this is basically just so I can build back up to where I used to be, or at least 90% of what I used to be before getting my friend to coach me, since I don't lift a lot right now. And also, before I forget, the next video will be a basement gym tour. So I'm in my basement right now. This side of the room is the sewing room. That side of the room behind the camera is basically all my gym stuff. So I got a squat rack, I still have my deadlift platform, and a bunch of other stuff. So next week I'm gonna do a gym tour. There's still a few other things I need to finish and clean up, but yeah. Okay, so some basis on my program. I decided to do 5 days a week because I don't have a big time period for working out, since I'm so busy every day. So I rather have 1 hour workouts for multiple days versus a 2 hour workout for 4 days a week. So that's why I decided to do 5 days a week, and they're all pretty short, only 5 exercises per workout, between 2 to 3 sets. Also only 1 compound movement per workout. The reason why is that I'm so fatigued throughout the day that I don't have enough energy to do 2 compound movements. And also compound movements take way longer, and what I mean by compound, I just mean squat, bench and deadlift. As you guys will see later, I do have variations with that. If I do squat and bench on the same day, that's gonna take way too much time. So I took a lot of those things in consideration with my program. This is exactly what I'm gonna do. If I make changes, I'm going to let you guys know in future videos. This is what I think is going to work best for me as far as now to recovery. For bench, a few days ago I benched 95 for 3 sets of 4. At my max I did 145 for a set of 4, and that was pretty high RP, but 95 145 is a big difference. And then on deadlifts I did 185 3 by 3 for 3 reps. I've done 271s, still big difference. I haven't squatted yet because of my knee. So yeah, I'm gonna put my program up here and talk through it, why I made certain decisions, and kind of my train of thought when I wrote this program. Okay, so this is week 1. I haven't wrote down anything for week 2 yet. I just have week 1. But basically it's gonna be the same, since as you can see with the reps, everything is a range, because I don't know how fast I'm gonna improve. Usually I want to do this because, especially for your compound movements, you want to have a progression. So you either increase in reps or decrease in reps as you build up. But I'm gonna aim for a weight that I can do in the middle of that, and then try to push upwards. So on this column, what I wrote is the muscle group I'm training, or like for squat, bench, and deadlift if it's a hypertrophy day, a strength day, a practice day, etc. So starting with bench press, since that's the exercise I have the most, I'm benching on day 1, day 3, and also on day 5. The reason why I'm benching so much is because that's like my main chest exercise. I'm not doing any other chest exercise because I want everything to translate well to bench. And also bench is something that you can do more and you should do more to improve. I used to bench 3 to 4 times a week, 3 days like actual benching and 4th day like a machine chest press. So I really like a lot of bench work, and it's 3 sets per day, so it's not a lot. My first bench day is going to be a hypertrophy day, so that's rep between 6 through 9. I don't like going over 9 for hypertrophy for compound movements. On my second bench day, which is my day 3 bench, I'm doing tempo bench. So 3 seconds on the way down, 2-second pause, and then as fast as I can on the way up. Only 2 sets of that, and that's at a lower RPE because that's like more my recovery or like practice bench day. As I said right here, practice bench. And after that, I'm doing 2 sets of close grip bench, reps 7 to 10 to get a little bit more chest work and also tricep work. And that can be at a higher RPE at around 7 to 8. So that's practice and hypertrophy bench. And then on my day 5 bench, it's like my strength bench. So that's like the less reps. And I'm doing 3 to 6 reps. I'm not doing anything under 3 reps because that's like pushing my intensity too much. So at least 3 reps on everything. There's no need for me to do singles and doubles to like gain back my strength. So RP 7 to 8. So that's how I'm organizing my bench press throughout the week. Also, I'm taking a rest day between my day 3 and my day 4. So my day 4 is my squat day. I'm doing 3 sets of 3 to 6, same rep range and same RP 6 to 8. I'm not going over RP 8 for almost every single one of my exercises because I don't want to over fatigue myself since I'm still trying to build back. So yeah, that's my only actual squat day. My accessory squat, as I would call it, is on day 1, which is just a bench squat, which is like me holding the weight and then squatting to a bench. That doesn't cause any knee pain because I'm like leaning backwards. But when my knee pain goes away, I might add in some goblet squats, 3 by 8 to 10, which is a good amount of reps, RP 7 to 8. So that's it for squats. And for deadlift, I'm deadlifting on my day 2. So that is my strength deadlift day. 3 sets to 3 to 6, RP 7, which is the same as all my other SPD strength, rep range, and RPE. And then for my deadlift like accessory, on my day 3, I am doing some barbell RDLs, 2 sets around 6 to 8, RP 6 to 7, since I easily overwork my hamstrings, so I don't want to overwork my hamstrings. So that's why I just stopped at RP 7. And barbell RDL translates really well to my deadlift because I pull conventional. That's why I picked that exercise as my deadlift accessory. And yeah, so that's it for my squat, bench, deadlift. And then for my other exercises, what I did is I just basically listed all my muscle groups like shoulders, back, lats, upper back, triceps, biceps, quads, hamstrings, and glutes. Some of them I already hit them, so like hamstrings would be barbell RDL. I would only hit that 1 more time this week instead of doing 2 more hamstrings, since that would be 3. And also same thing with quads. I already counted that as my squat accessory, so I could do less of that. And with back and lats, actually a better way to call it is to say horizontal pulls versus vertical pulls. So back, I would do horizontal stuff like this way, and then for lats, it will be vertical like this way. I don't have machines. I only have like adjustable dumbbells. I have a bunch of bands, and I have a barbell. So a lot of these exercises are just like tailored to what I have and what works best for me. Basically, I just moved the muscle groups around until I felt like I got an even balance of everything. What I mean by even balance is like I don't want to hit hamstrings right before my deadlift day. I don't want to hit triceps really hard before my heavy bench day. So an even amount of fatigue for my whole body every single day, and not like hitting one muscle group and killing it. That's why I mostly do full body workouts instead of like just upper and then lower, because first off, I can superset upper and lower exercises and save time, and second, I don't want to like kill myself and then have to like recover. And I talk more about that in one of my videos, but I really like full body workouts way more than like isolating muscle groups. And also that way you can do more of each muscle group per week. Like if you add the volume up, you actually get more out of the week instead of like hitting a arm day or hitting back day and like stuff like that. Okay, so one big thing I noticed when I did deadlifts that other day was that after I did deadlifts, I couldn't do pull-ups because my hands were hurting from the grip. Like I couldn't hold on to my pull-up bar or like top of the squat rack because my hands are hurting. So that's why on my day 2 deadlifts, I'm doing a horizontal row instead of a vertical row because my hands are like already dead from holding the bar. So going over the exercise just from top to bottom. On day 1, after doing my bench press hypertrophy and then my squat accessory, I'm going to do lats. I'm just going to do pull-ups, 3 sets to RP10. Pull-ups is the only thing I do to max because I can only do like 3 or 4 reps. So there's no point in doing something to RP8 when you can only do 3 reps of it, and it's not really fatiguing for me. So 3 sets of that, and then I'm going to do some upper back, which is just band face pulls, a lot of reps for that, and then do some alternating bicep curls, 2 by 8 to 12. I usually only need 2 sets of biceps. I don't need a lot, so that's basically it for day 1. And then for day 2, after my deadlifts, I'm doing T-bar row. So as I said, after deadlifts, I'm not going to do pull-ups since I can't do that. And then I do dumbbell overhead press, goal crushers, and then some glute bridge and band lateral rock superset. Only 2 sets of that because I don't need a lot of that, and that's a superset. Actually, this is supposed to be RP7 to 8, not RP10 for dumbbell overhead press. I like dumbbell overhead press much more than barbell because I can make sure both arms are doing the same amount of work, and it's just more comfortable to move in this range of motion instead of like around my face. Also on day 2, it's more like tricep shoulder work. I didn't want to do that on my day 1 when I did my bench because I don't want to overwork that part of my body. So yeah, it's just like a good balance of each muscle group. On day 3, I'm doing some tempo bench, coaster bench, as I said before, barbell RDL, and those are all 2 sets because I don't need to do 3 sets of that. I might make changes as I go forward, but for now I think 2 sets is enough. And then for quads accessory work, I'm doing step ups, which also do not hurt my knee but works my quads a lot. And when my knee stops hurting, I'm going to do Bulgarian split squats, 3 sets, 8 to 12. And then for calves, I'm just going to do weighted calf raises. And then for day 4, which is my squat day, I'm doing squats, and then after that I'm doing some Helms row. It's kind of like a chest supported row. I'll put a picture up. Since I don't have like an angled bench, what I do is I just put my bar and then put like the hip thrust pad on it and then lean on that. And you have to lean a bit higher so it doesn't touch the shoulders, but that works really well for me. And I really like that much more than like single arm dumbbell rows because I always get lopsided and my hips start hurting when I do that. So yeah. And then for shoulders, I'm doing lateral raises, upper back again, band face pull. That's just a quick one to just get some upper back work in, and then some hammer curls. And then for day 5, I'm doing my strength bench, and then also I'm doing some barbell hip thrust, which is my main glute work, and that also works my hamstrings and my quads a little bit since it's a big compound movement. And I'm only doing 2 sets of that because that does fatigue me quite a bit, and only at RP7. And then I'm doing some banded pull-ups at 3 sets at however many reps I can do, RP10, only 2 sets of that. And then some band tricep push downs where I just like put a band on the rack and then push down. So I hit triceps I think twice a week, skull crushers on day 2, and then tricep push downs on Saturday. But I also do close grip bench on my day 3. So that's a lot of tricep work, and 2 days of bicep work, 2 days of horizontal row, 2 days of vertical row, 2 days of shoulders, 2 days of glutes. Basically almost everything is 2 days. I think I hit everything pretty balanced. Lower body, it's a lot more compound movements because I'm doing squat, deadlift, hip thrusts, and RDLs. So I think I'm hitting everything a good amount, but I will be making changes to it moving forward. After I've done this workout for a week, then I'll kind of see what changes I have to make. So yeah, these are basically all my favorite exercises. Like, they all feel really comfortable to me, which is really important because there are some exercises that I don't feel really comfortable doing. Like, for example, pendlay rows. Like, I know it's a really good exercise, but like just holding my back in that position, especially after deadlifts or something like that, it's just really tiring. My form breaks down a lot. So for accessory movements, I like to go towards really isolation accessory movements, and then for compound movements, do like actual full body compound movements. So like squat, bench, deadlift, hip thrust. Those are really big compound movements. And I usually like skip the middle exercises like the pendlay rows or like the dumbbell rows, like the exercise where you're like just sitting but like using more of just one muscle group. So I usually skip the middle and then just do isolation and compound, like 2 sides, which I really like that because then it manages my fatigue really well, since I know I'm just training like intensity with my compound movements and training my muscles with my accessory movements. So yeah, and also a lot of these are dumbbell first off because that's like one of the only things I have for accessory movements. And also I can work on my balance a little, so I don't have like one arm that's stronger than the other, since that was one of my problems. So that's why like bicep curls, I'm doing dumbbells, so like a hand on each. Even if I'm like curling them at the same time, it's still like separate weights. Same thing with like RDLs. I'm doing 1 day of single leg RDL, like step ups or Bulgarian split squats are also single leg, dumbbell overhead press, single arm. So yeah, that's basically my program. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions about why I made certain choices or how I'm programming, definitely leave that in the comments below. And as I said before, this is just what I'm going to do. This is definitely not going to be fitted for most people training, because for most people you want to set a progression going week by week, and week 2 is basically going to look the same since I have my varied rep range. But for most people, you want to set a progression to make sure you're improving and make sure you're managing fatigue. But for me, I'm just trying to build back what I used to have. So I don't know how fast that's going to be or how slow that's going to be. So that's why this is going to work for my situation, not necessarily like normal people working out. And I'm definitely not going to do something like this for the future. So yeah, if you like the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any other of my videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.